Who is a detective's favorite Disney villain? Cruella de Vil. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy Wednesday. Very happy to have you here with me. Very happy to be here. Punctual as ever. Right on time tonight. Sorry about that. I don't know, dinner took much longer to prepare than I expected. Everything just, the clock just kept slipping away from me. But tonight we've got Derek Ocean first in chat, right as we went live, and then Lucent Jelly close behind. Thank you both for being here. I hope your Wednesday is treating you well, my friends, and here we go. We've got 2 games tonight. Scooby Doo's up first. Gonna try and do maybe just 1 chapter of Scooby Doo tonight, since I'm starting a little late. Maybe just one chapter in Scooby Doo. We'll see. And then after this is Vector Man on the Sega Genesis. First time ever playing that game. I hope the cartridge works, because last time I tried playing a new game, we were disappointed, and I really don't want that to happen again tonight. And I was gonna test it before the stream, but I ran out of time for that. So fingers crossed, everybody. But let's get back into this. The man, the myth, the legend, Frownie. Thank you, Derek. Chapter 5. All right, let's review our goals. Start out. 3 clues. Velma. Where did the ghosts come from? What Scooby is this? This is Scooby Doo on the Game Boy Advance. It's based on the live action movie. Are you sure you don't know anything about all these ghosts? The only thing I know about these ghosts is that they're hurting my business. Running a haunted resort is harder than it looks. I know you're the detectives, but if I were you, I'd talk to that reporter kid. He's been around. Hey, Shino the Ultimate, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Good afternoon to you. You know, I read this. You mentioned a sandwich that you had in the Discord, and I read that earlier today, and I meant to reply, and I forgot. But I was gonna say that the sandwich that you described reminded me of one of it sounded like one of Michelangelo's pizza orders from the Ninja Turtles cartoon. You say it was Nutella and tuna and cucumber and marshmallow? That definitely sounds like one of those pizza orders. We should probably actually walk around as Fred so we can defend ourselves. My stomach is a rubbish bin. You're much more adventurous. You're much more adventurous than I am. I think, sadly, I would probably die of starvation before I would eat a similar sandwich. I'm just not bold enough. Was all of that. Rowan Atkinson in the first live-action Scooby-Doo movie was great. I can't say I remember it well enough. How bad is this? This is actually probably the best Scooby-Doo game that we've played so far. It's, my constant description of it, the thing I've repeated 1,000 times, is that this game is aggressively dull. Ooh, my coffee has arrived. One moment, please. All right, now the night can properly begin. Thank you, Jelly. This place gives me the creeps. Our friend Velma is missing. Have you seen her? Missing people, missing chickens. This job has become way too stressful. What was that all about? I need a vacation anywhere but Spooky Island. Missing chickens? Help, this place is haunted. It's actually not terrible. Yeah, I would describe this game as not terrible. It's boring, but it's... Sadly, that's not a deal breaker compared to some of the stuff that we've played. I don't know. I'm just relieved not to have to put up with janky platforming physics. Oh yeah, we have Daphne now too. We should switch to Daphne. She's better than Fred. She's got the kick. So talk to the reporter. Ooh, is this a clue? What do you know about ghost rituals? Monsters are my game, but I do know that ghost rituals need to be very specific. It takes years of training in the tribal arts. I wonder who else on this island has experience in the tribal arts. I bet it's that creepy voodoo maestro. We better make sure of it. Alright, we have found a clue. See, I told you. The Polynesian spirits are getting angry. Just endless repeating dialogue. Got any new leads? I have my eye on Mondavarius. He's very secretive about his private residence. It's the only place he won't give me access to. It's behind a locked door in the basement. What do you think he's hiding? I'm not entirely sure, but I'll keep investigating. We can't actually do any of the mini games currently since we don't have Velma in our party anymore. My friends say Mondavarius sleeps on a bed of nails in his secret basement residence, but I don't believe them. Right, so more wandering around out here. This game is super generous with, like, health and stamina refills. We very rarely, well, I was gonna say we very rarely need them, but the last level did kind of give me a whole lot of trouble at the end, so maybe it'd be wise of me not to complain. What are you doing here? And how did you get away from those ghosts? Do I really need to explain? I'm a master of the tribal arts. You still here? Get out while you can. Well, what was the point of going and talking? It's the game told us to go talk to him, but he had nothing of value to say. My friends say Mondavarius sleeps on a bed of nails. I've heard that. Group hug. Is that 40 tokens? Maybe. This ghost thing is out of control. I thought you people solved the case. It's a little bit more complicated now. I mean, I get that we're gonna have to go to the basement, but I figure that would probably be kind of the last thing we needed to do. Not the first. Oh. This door's unlocked. That's good for us. Another clue. Has anyone asked to borrow your hedge clippers? No, but I lent the Voodoo Maestro my pliers. I wonder what he'd want with those. Maybe if I pretend I'm not here, the ghosts won't notice me. I'll be in my room, making no noise and pretending I don't exist. No, I can't get it. It's in the wall. The health item's in the wall. I can't pick it up. I'm pretty scared of sharks. I don't want to, I don't think I ever want to be somewhere where a shark is able to get me. That's pretty scary thought. I think I would rather go into a hotel full of ghosts than an ocean full of sharks. I'd rather take my chances with the ghosts. No, I can't go. Oh, what? That was weird. Billy West voiced Shaggy in Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost. So I don't think I've seen that film, and I also don't think I know who Billy West is. I believe it was Casey Kasem was the voice of Shaggy for a really long time. Zombie Island, not Witch's Ghost. Kasem was in Witch's Ghost. Probably should keep a close watch on my health. I mean, what's the point of having all this food if we're not going to eat any of it, right? Alright. I expected he would have something valuable to say since we came all this way to see him, but nope. So when it comes to Scooby Doo media, I know I've seen both the live action movies, but I don't remember them very well. And I know that I've seen at least most of the Reluctant Werewolf, that Scooby Doo movie, and I've seen Zombie Island. And then I've seen like a few random episodes from some of the different iterations of the cartoon. But I'm far from an expert. My sister was really into Scooby Doo when we were kids. It was really her thing. Way more than it was ever mine. try this door yet? Oh, whoa, wait. Who would have a golden ghoul pass? Probably an employee of the hotel, right? I wish Velma were here. Figuring out clues just isn't my thing. Alright, so we've got to find the golden ghoul pass. Where to go for a golden ghoul pass? Probably have to buy it from Mike. Our friend has gone missing. Have you seen her? The one with the glasses. Haven't seen her. So are you going to buy something or not? Like, what have you got for us today? Info, like usual, or a golden ghoul pass? A rarity, but I'd be willing to sell it to you cheap. 100 tokens? You got it. What if I gave you some tokens? 1 golden ghoul pass coming up. Victory. Well, that was easy. So that's the thing about this game, is a lot of this game is downtime. A lot of it is just moving along with this kind of slow walk. Especially after having played Crystalis so recently. And enjoying the luxury of the super fast walking speed in that game. Pass accepted. My expectation had been that this was going to be Mondavarius's personal quarters or whatever, but I mean, it just looks like exactly like more of the rest of the hotel. Nice big blue bed. Help, I'm over here. I can't get out because a heavy statue is blocking the way. Hold on, Velma. I'll see what I can do. Oh. Victory. Alright, Fred. Do your thing. Velma, I'm glad you're okay. We were so worried about you. You were? Well, so was I. I thought I might be stuck in that room for a long, long time. Uh-oh, bad news. I think I hurt my back moving that statue. Can you walk? No, it hurts too much, but it might get better if you got me an ice pack. I bet that creepy bartender would have one. And now we're minus Fred. Alright, that's not much of a room. I wouldn't want to be trapped in there either. Well, I've got bad news, my friends. We got Velma back. Sadly, that means that we have to start doing puzzles again. Red. Not difficult, just tedious. Wolfman Gaming, welcome in. Let's see, we got some hype for Velma. Velma does have the best walk. The sneaky walk is pretty hard to beat. I know that Solid Snake can sneak around inside a cardboard box. I think the Metal Gear Solid series might be even better, though, if he could walk around like this. Red. Uh-oh. I didn't properly learn my lesson. I had not been rotating the rings, and I thought, well, I don't usually rotate the rings, but I'm going to do it this time so it goes by a little faster. That was a bad move. It was a bad move. If I rotate the rings, I risk them moving themselves out of alignment. Because they'll move in response to my movement. So, lesson learned. Lesson learned. Never rotate the rings again. Rings are auto-rotate from now for forevermore. Run. Greg's Retro Channel. Welcome in, Greg. Pleasure to have you with us. Ring puzzle reminds me of a Rubik's Cube. It's a way easier Rubik's Cube, but yeah, you know, sliding multicolored pieces. Basically the same concept. All the puzzles in this game, all the mini games, they remind me of early internet flash games. Yellow. Ring puzzle's looking a little more complex now. It well, yeah. The thing about the ring puzzle, they added an extra color and an extra ring. So they do up the complexity, but the thing about that is at the same time they upped the complexity, I figured out, like, the best strategy for quickly solving the puzzle every time. So it's a weird coincidence where just when they tried to make the puzzle more difficult, it became easier than it could ever be. The original Velma is 81 years old. You mentioned that the creators had both passed away recently, and I was kind of thinking, given how old the show is. I would guess it would be more likely than not that, you know, we'd be lucky to have a decent-sized chunk of the cast and crew still with us. Hello, cows. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. We're moving right along tonight. We're just flying through this game. Oh no. Oh, I'm supposed to be matching green. Anyway, I was trying to match the wrong color. I have a bad habit of that. There we are. I was still trying to match orange in my mind. So they found you, did they? Of course they did. We're world-class detectives, but our friend hurt his back. Any chance you could spare an ice pack? Sure thing, but the cost will be a little higher this time. How much is it going to cost us? Oh, not money this time. My lounge singer quit on me tonight, and I've got a bunch of angry customers. Can you sing? It's not even a unique game, it's just more of this. I said, like, with me and Scooby Doo, the thing about Scooby Doo is just when I was a kid, I remember whenever I'd watch Scooby Doo, it always felt like something that was just, that felt weirdly dated. And it was mostly, I think, just because of the celebrity guests that the Scooby Gang were always teaming up with. Be it all these like actors and celebrities. I had no idea who in the world they were. My go-to example always being like, this week Scooby and the gang team up with Don Knotts. I'm just like, who? What? And I pick on Don Knotts as my go-to example. I pick on him as my go-to example for that, and I actually met him when I was a kid. I didn't know who he was, and it was very odd. I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. 8 or 9 years old, somewhere around there. And my family, we were in Nashville, and we're at this big this big music thing. But my mom took me and my sister. She's like, hey, Barney's here. We're gonna go meet Barney. And I'm like, Barney the dinosaur? I was like, I don't know. I think I'm a little old for that. That's kind of weird. And then yeah, we stood in line to meet him, and we met him. I had no idea who he was. I was like, clearly this is another Barney, and I didn't put it together that it was Don Knotts that I had met until like 10 years later. Even if she, and she may have, but even if she had referred to him as Barney Fife, even if she had specified, I still don't know that I would have known who he was at the time. It's a very weird, vague memory. You have the original 40 episodes of Scooby Doo on DVD? You bought this set a couple days ago? Oh no, I've been a bad influence on you. Scooby Doo, where are you? Celebs from the 60s and 70s mostly, yeah. The only episode I even remember was where they had a celebrity I recognized and was like mildly excited for, was, I believe, the Scooby Gang met Batman. I think they actually met Batman more than once, but Don Knotts was the landlord in Three's Company. I only know him from the Andy Griffith Show. I don't think I could tell you a single other thing he did. I never get to meet anyone famous. I've met a handful of famous people. When I lived in Houston and I worked in the passport office, we would get a lot of like professional sports players coming through that as our customers that we would help out, but I never recognized any of them. But I always knew when someone famous was there because my coworkers would always be super excited. At least 2 episodes with Batman. That the Batman show with Adam West from the 60s, that was probably my first exposure to Batman. Even though, you know, the show was pretty badly dated when I was a kid. I think that's was still watching reruns of that show was the first, like, that I ever sort of experienced that character in his world. That was not good at all. I'm not going to give you an ice pack for such a weak performance. Alright, let's try again. This has the, like, this presents itself as being a rhythm game. Like a music game, but I really don't think that this qualifies. These notes are so spread out and arbitrary that there is no sense of rhythm can be felt. Vintage Batman and his shark repellent. Now, see, when I watched that show, I was so young that I didn't realize it was supposed to be. I didn't realize anything in it was supposed to be a joke. I took everything, I took everything serious and at face value. Of course, Batman has bat shark repellent. He's Batman. He's got to be prepared for everything. Great singing. Here's the promised ice pack. Thanks. Yeah, I can't say I remember it especially well. I remember watching it, but I couldn't tell you a lot of specifics about it. All of my experiences watching the show just kind of meld together. Except I think there was one episode that ended. Batman and Robin were caught in a trap. It was like a net that was on a pulley system, and there was another net on the other side with a. I might be remembering some of the specifics wrong, but there's another net on the other side with a block of ice in it, and the ice was melting, and as the ice melted, Batman and Robin were being lowered into like a vat of acid or something like that. I can remember one episode ending them with them in a trap like that. And I don't know if I ever saw the episode that came after that showed how they escaped, so I guess when I was a kid, the Batman canon closed with Batman and Robin being dissolved in a vat of acid. So far as I knew. Fred's not here. Where could he have gone? Not very far. He said he couldn't walk. Maybe he was captured. Captured? Row no. Wait, what's this? It's a note with ingredients for a ghost ritual. How strange. Look. Zoinks. Hedge clippers, spooky snacks, and chicken. Who would have thought ghosts like spooky snacks too? And chicken. I bet whoever wrote this is responsible for those ghosts. And I bet they know what happened to Fred as well. Sparrow, welcome in. Happy Thursday afternoon. Quick to the sneaking animation? Sure, just give me just a moment to get out of this dialogue here. Zoinks. Capture Voodoo Maestro. Let's find Fred. Alright, we got our clues. Game is saved. There you are. That's how we sneak. Everybody loves it. As for Batman characters, I still think Jack Nicholson was the best Joker. Jack Nicholson is one of those actors for me that I can't ever see past the actor when I see him in something. He's not super effective for me, because whenever I see him in anything, I just see Jack Nicholson. Could just be my 80s nostalgia again. I think that the go-to really the go-to incarnations of all of the Batman characters for me, like, even though I saw the 60s show first when I was a kid, it's got to be the animated series from the 90s. Those versions of those characters are the ones that I'll probably always default to as being the prime examples of them for me. Where am I trying to go? Oh. Never got into the animated series. I would say it's worth I'd say it's still worth taking a look at. I think that it probably still holds up really well. I haven't watched it recently, but I do sort of come across an episode of it every now and then, and I think it's something you could still get into. Michael Keaton is returning as Bruce Wayne / Batman? I had not heard that. That's pretty wild. Oh. You'll never defeat my ghosts. Oh. I ain't afraid of no ghost. How many ghosts does this guy have? Let's spam some health items, fill up our stamina bar. Nope. Right at the end of the battle. Oh, I think I'm just supposed to talk to him again in the downtime. Oh, I missed something. So it was you! You borrowed the pliers, and you stole Mary Jane's spooky snack recipe. You've got some nerve. Rah, some nerve. I had to. It was the only way I could protect my dead ancestors. So you used the ghost ritual to get Mondavarius to stop construction on the new ride. And it would have worked too, if I'd used the right ingredients. Who would have thought that ghost rituals needed to be so precise? Well, I'd say it worked, pal. Like this place is crawling with ghosts. Yes, I was able to summon the ghosts, but along with them, something darker arose as well. A master monster who calls himself the Master Monster Mind. Master Monster Mind? Now I've got angry ancestors. It was Hard enough fighting monsters centuries ago. And now the master monster mind is back. Jeepers. Is there any way to stop? Is there any way to stop the him? What? My ancestors used elemental idols. The ancient scroll describes it all. I'll ask the ghost to help you find the scroll. And where is Fred? Your ghost nabbed him. Yeah, and like Mary Jane too. Rah, Mary Jane. There are dark forces loose on the island. Those forces control the fate of your friends now. You better be telling the truth. I may not know the tribal arts, but I know the martial arts. My ancestors will help you. They hate the monsters, but you better hurry. The monsters will take over this island, spreading their evil until they take over the world. Alright, that was a whole chapter. What are we looking at? It's almost one. I don't know. Also like Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. I recall liking that film. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I recall liking it. Is this game supposed to be based on the... yeah, it's based on the live action film, Greg. I don't exactly remember what year it came out, but I think you've got the right one. Mr. Mondavarius, we've got some bad news. There's an evil force on the loose. How incompetent can you be? I hired you to get rid of one ghost, and now there are ghosts everywhere. Actually, it's not the ghosts that are the problem, it's the monsters. Ghosts, monsters, it makes no difference. You're fired. I want you off my island before you do any more damage. Hold it right there. We're not leaving until we find Fred. He's been kidnapped by monsters on your island, and we're going to find him. Yeah, and you promised us food, too. Rah, and spooky snacks. Your termination is effective immediately. You must leave Spooky Island. What do we do now? Let's find that ancient scroll. If Fred has been kidnapped by monsters, then it's our best hope. Alright, well, that didn't take all that long. We'll do one more chapter, but that's it. We did get through that. We did get through the previous chapter pretty quickly. And the more of this game we do tonight, the less I have to look forward to in the future. If we finish another chapter tonight, there's a chance we may be able to finish the whole game next time we play it. That's what I'm thinking. Have you found the scroll? Nope. Haven't really even begun. C. Monty Burns, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. This is on the Game Boy Advance. We're using the GameCube Game Boy player to play it. And I've got an adapter that lets me use a Nintendo 64 controller on the GameCube, so that's how I'm playing it. I've got a whole mess of technology happening. OG hardware, nice, thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty big on physical hardware. I don't really have anything against emulation. It's just kind of that a combination of a few factors. I really like the feel of the old machines that I've kind of spent my whole life with. And you kind of lose some of that in emulation. It's not quite one-to-one. My tech skills are not exactly something to brag about either, so there's that. And I was kind of lucky. I got into retro game collecting like really early when it was still affordable. And I think if I'm gonna have all of this stuff hanging around, then I kind of feel obligated to use it. Daphne, we must defeat the him monster and find the Fred and defeat the final boss in the game. Yes. Our friend, the Fred, has been kidnapped. The service here stinks. Not gonna lie, this game is strangely addictive. Well, I mean, I feel like we've kind of come to a consensus, right? That it's that this is the best of the Scooby Doo games we've played so far. I think the Commodore 64 Scooby Doo game has the potential to be the best one with some button remapping, but for now, I think this is probably the best one. Just found a good CRT in our apartment basement. It's awesome. I love my CRTs. I have 3 of them currently. I've got a fairly large one. Like maybe like 28 to 30 inches. It's pretty big and really heavy. And that's what I've been using lately. I have a really small, like 11 or 12 inch CRT, and I have a Commodore 64 monitor, which is about the same size as the smaller CRT. The Commodore 64 monitor is probably the best one too, but it's not. It doesn't have enough inputs and outputs to make it convenient for use during the stream. It would be my preferred TV to use, because it's the one that it's what I had in my room, like growing up, and what I played games on. For all of the earlier part of my life. So it has a very powerful nostalgia for me. But it's just not really practical for the stream. The big CRT has the advantage, not necessarily just its size advantage, but it's got like 100 input and output ports. So I can run all kinds of stuff through it. very easily. Is this an enemy ghost? Nope. We found these monsters in the past, and we'll do all in our power to help defeat them once again. Oh, I think it said fought. I read that as found. If you see any of my ghostly tribesmen and you need help, they can give you a ghostly power boost. Alright. The ghosts are now our friends. Ancient scroll, look buddy, I'm just trying to get back to my room. Blue. I see an 8-way RCA switcher on Amazon for $22. Something to consider if you need more outputs for the C64 monitor. Thank you, Sparrow. So it's what I like. So the thing that I actually like about the drawbacks that the C64 monitor has. One, it's only stereo. It's only mono input. So I have to input all the audio through a Y connector, and there's no output on it. And so my big CRT works better because it does stereo input, but it also it does AV output. And so I can just run the signal instead of having to split the signal. I can just run it into the TV and out of the TV again. And I like that rather than using Y cables. Ghost. It's not so bad when you get used to it. Plus, the bigger TV is bigger. Yeah, and that, I mean, the thing about that is I don't really get much of the advantage from using the bigger TV because I sit so close to it. It'd probably be better if I used a smaller TV. Ancient scroll. But a couple factors keep me real close to the TV. One, the arm on my microphone doesn't let me scoot much further back than I already am, and then some of the cables that connect to my laptop here don't really extend far enough to let me scoot my desk much further back than it is. So. While I don't like everything about my current setup, it's kind of like I feel mildly stuck with it for the moment. We're looking for an ancient scroll. Know anything about it? I might think of something. If you could help me out with some cab fare, I need to get to the airport. I think I have some tokens. That's what I like to hear. I've heard Mondavarius mention an ancient scroll down in the caverns underneath the castle. Now that's useful information. Find the cavern entrance. Okie dokie. I do want to use the CRT for something. I have a thought about setting the CRT up in the room somewhere. just kind of as a display piece, but I don't know. I'm never coming back here. I've got to get some more stuff moved around and worked out before I can really think about the best way to use that. What capture card are you using to stream your GameCube? So my capture device is it's just an unbranded thing from Amazon. It was like the second cheapest one available. That's sort of my go-to move when I need to make a purchase of something and I'm not really sure which one's the best to get. I tend to go with the second cheapest option. Like, well, this one costs 3 cents more than that one, so this one is clearly superior. But yeah, it's super cheap. It just takes a composite video in and has USB out. It probably cost me somewhere in the area of $15 when I got it. Like, I mean, it could have been anywhere from like between 10 and 20, so I'm just guessing at this point. I like the way you think. Yep, that's anytime I gotta make a purchase and I'm not expert in what I'm buying, I look at the second cheapest one and say, that's the one for me. Can't complain with cheap but affected. Welcome to the stream. I forgot what can I call you ZB? I know we had a conversation about your name before, but I've slept since then. Alright, that's where we landed. I'm very happy to have you back. Back with us, though. And yeah, cheap but effective. That's what I always set. That's what I set my sights on. It just has to work. I don't remember who said it. I watched a YouTube video, and it was from someone who invents things on YouTube, and they're like usually like kind of like sort of goofy, kind of pointless inventions, but are really complicated to make. It might have been it might have been from the channel Stuff Made Here or something like that. But they were talking about they were talking about the inventing and engineering process and like state of mind and philosophy and stuff, and they're talking about how like when you build a prototype of an invention, it just has to be, you just have to get it to barely functional, and then you can, you know, once you like, don't worry about anything else but making it just barely functional, and then you can worry about polishing it later. But my philosophy is like, there's a step beyond barely functional. Barely functional sounds to me like the key word there is functional. Congratulations, you're done. Stuff Made Here is pretty great for over-engineered things, yeah. Yeah, I don't necessarily catch all of his videos, but I've really liked some of the stuff that I've watched him make. sort of crossover with the lock-picking lawyer I thought was really fascinating. The fun and function means work is over, right? You did a sleep and a hard reset. You know it counts. Every time I go to sleep, every time I shut down, I'm restored back to factory settings. Found the one on Amazon you're talking about. Thanks. Yeah, it's just a USB dongle. It just has composite in. I've got two of them actually. One of them's for composite in, and one of them's for HDMI in, and that's why I really don't like switching between modern and retro consoles. Is because I have to swap that capture dongle, and it always threatens to crash my stream. I've gotten better at it, but it's not convenient. And by modern consoles, I mean the Nintendo Switch and the C64 Mini. Me too. What was I doing yesterday? Yeah, I definitely know that. I'm very familiar with that feeling. I play retro games to regain memories. Red. Oh, I made tortillas tonight. I was talking about tortillas yesterday, and I made them with the reserved bacon fat instead of with lard, and they don't come out quite as good, or they didn't in my case. And there are a couple different factors that could have led to that. So actually, just the type of fat I'm using may not be the cause, but also it could be that the amount is different. But they came out good enough that I'm still going to continue making them with bacon fat, because I just think it makes a lot of sense. It's a lot less wasteful. But yeah, they come out thinner, which is weird, because you would think well, just don't roll them as thin, right? But I mean, we rolled them to what it seemed like we were making them the same size, but they come out thinner and slightly crispier when they're made with the bacon fat. Oh yeah, I don't have Fred anymore. Oh yeah, I don't even need Fred because I have Daphne. Oh yeah, yeah. I actually thought of that, and Normally I wouldn't. So the bacon having fat in it, I didn't put any salt in tortillas when I was making them because I figured the bacon would have had enough salt. So yeah, that's and normally that's not the kind of thing I would think of until it was too late. So, but yeah, I did catch that. I think it's largely the amount because so I collected the bacon fat in a little bowl, and then when I was making the dough, like I used 2 cups of flour, and then normally I use a half a teaspoon of salt and baking powder, and then the fat and the water I don't measure either of them really. I just looked at the bowl of fat and I was like, if I scoop out like a fourth of this, that'll be a right amount, right? That'll be good. Because when I'm using the lard, like the lard comes in a big block, and my super scientific way of measuring out how much lard to use is I just cut off a slice that's the same thickness as my knife. I lay the blade down on top, and I flip it up and cut straight down, and that's how much to use. And it kind of works. And then I just slowly add water until it becomes a dough, which is usually I know how much it's gonna look as I'm what it's gonna look like as I'm pouring it out, but I don't actually measure it. But I know that a slice of lard is more fat than a fourth of a scoop from my bowl, just by looking at them. But I didn't think it was that big of a difference. But it seems like it might have been. I was still up at midnight today, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm not tired and sleepy yet. I'm going to make myself a sandwich, and then went back to bed after that. Found it funny. When I made food today at midnight, my parents were still asleep, and they did not know it was me all this time. So I assume from that they thought it was each other. Has this stream suddenly become a cooking show? I like to cook, so you know I can't help but talk about some of my adventures in the kitchen every now and then, as mundane as they may be. There's a door in the basement I can't open. Makes a fellow wonder. I can't cook if not for microwavable food I'd never eat. I've been there. I've been there. If I couldn't open a door in the basement, I'd be calling a locksmith. No way is there going to be something in my building I can't access. I've seen too many horror movies for that. Oh, so you'll happily sacrifice the locksmith instead. uh. Oh, I'm lining up the wrong one. That's part of what they're getting paid for, right? I guess so. Do they know that's part of what they're getting paid for? I think I would be a lot less willing to take a job if my client explained to me that there is a possibility of a portal to the underworld. Being hidden on the other side of the door I was operating on. Unless my job came with a rather outstanding company insurance policy. I'm sure someone would do it. It's not my fault if they don't do the research about the dangers of their profession. I thought I told you to leave Spooky Island. There's something spooky about Tiki. I've been fired. First, Mondavarius disappears. Now he's acting like a crazy man. Like he fired us too. Do you know anything about an ancient scroll? The only ancient thing I know is that ancient old handyman, Old Man Smithers. Maybe he's got an ancient scroll. I feel like it's been a while since I've made progress now. I feel like I've been everywhere except there are 2 locked doors. I don't know how to open either one of them. see if this door is open now. Here's the thing about doors in this game. The doors in this game are usually just locked until they're not, for no reason. So it's always good to go back and double check the same doors. Just in case. Oh. I know where we've got to go. It just occurred to me. We want to try this door all the way back here in the back. Look at that, it's wide open. That might actually just mean I've already been in here and forgotten. Oh no! That's exactly what it meant. I thought Old Man Smithers was gonna be back here. It's a rough life we've got, my friends. Hello, hello. Ahoy, Magic Man. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the raid. Hey, I really appreciate you coming by. Welcome in. Welcome to your friends. Welcome to Scooby Doo on the Game Boy Advance. We've been playing this for a couple nights now, and it's my review blurb for the back of the box is aggressively dull. Today I learned there's a Scooby Doo game on the GBA. Oh, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. There's Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase. There's this one. There's Scooby Doo 2, and there's Scooby Doo Monster Mayhem, I think. Oh yeah. We've done the Cyber Chase already. It was pretty bad. What were you up to, my friends? I hope you had a good stream. Playing Monster Hunter Rise. I know that some of our friends who hang out here around the stream are big Monster Hunter fans, but I've yet to actually play a game in the series myself. I have one on the I have a copy of one. I have it on the PSP, one of the Monster Hunter games. You did? They just dropped a content update for Rise, so I was checking that out. Right on. Like, hey man, what are you doing here? Packing up. Mondavarius has fired everyone. Greg's played Monster Hunter Stories on the 3DS. I know that Pookie Stan really loves Monster Hunter. I think it's Pookie's favorite series. It seems we need to talk to Old Man Smithers, but I've got no idea where he is. He's the last character that was name dropped to us, at least. Did I check the sauna over here? Has the waitstaff been fired too? Doesn't look like it. Favorite series is Zelda. I don't know what my favorite series is. It's there are a lot of like strong contenders. But most of the ones that I think of, I haven't played all the games in the series, so I don't, or I haven't played enough of them to really know. Which is sad. Which is really sad when I think about it in some ways. Like, I've played more. I've played more of each series from E.T., Powerpuff Girls, and Scooby Doo. I've played more of each of those series than I have of Contra. What am I doing with my life? Oh, now this door is unlocked. See, I just said something about doors being arbitrarily unlocked. And look there, it took forever, but that door unlocked itself. We just had to wander enough. Oh yeah, when we see a fire dancer, we're supposed to be playing the music game. I forgot. You like playing bad games, I guess. Unfortunately, I guess I do. Getting fired was my ticket out of here. I'm going to Broadway to become a star. Oh, we can't play the game anymore. Huh. Well, never mind. I'm actually really happy about that. I don't have to play that music game anymore. But I have to play the Lights Out game. Okay, really, that as the first move is our only move. Uh-oh. Did I just lose? No, we can still save it. Perfect. That's so impressive. You play Contra a lot. No, no, no. I mean, I've played 2 games in the Contra series. 3 if you count Operation C, which I don't really because I haven't beaten it. I've played 2 games in the Contra series, but I've played what, 4 Scooby Doo games, 4 Powerpuff Girls games, 6 ET games. Not time spent. Number of titles beaten. I guess it's fewer if we say beaten for ET, because one of those was Digital Companion, which can't be beaten, but... Huh. Some of these puzzles are complicated. That was not an obvious path around that map. I'm never coming back here. Yeah, what do we play? ET on the Atari, 3 on the Game Boy Color, 1 on the Game Boy Advance, and 1 on the PlayStation. That's not even every ET game that exists, it's just most of them. There's more ET games. There are. There's probably one on the Commodore 64, so we should probably play that one too. I'm just guessing that there is one. Some of them are mobile games though, which, you know, I'm not gonna play mobile games on the stream. Yeah, they made one on the GBA. It's not very good. The one on the PlayStation isn't very good either. Probably the best one I think is there's a game, it's called E.T. and the Cosmic Garden on the Game Boy Color. Well, all right, the best one is also on the Game Boy Color. It's E.T. Escape from Planet Earth. That's the best one. But E.T. and the Cosmic Garden is the one I like the most. Even though it's a worse game. What am I doing? There we go. Nice. The new Lego Star Wars game as a misprint. Deluxe edition goes for $80 to $90 now, and you got a hold of one. Right on. That's kind of cool to have something like sort of rare like that. I don't know if I have. I don't think I have any. Can't think of any games that I have that are like rare because of like an error or something like that. I don't think I have anything that falls into that category. We went from a game that used a pencil case zipper for percussion to some advanced sampling that is probably too good for all the other instruments it's mixed with. I love the smell of mildew, don't you? I think I'll pass, Brad. What was that all about? Oh, I shouldn't even be playing these games. I think I've maxed out on tokens. I'm wasting all of our time by continuing to play these minigames. Brad T. Goth is his real name. Oh yeah, Velma can't fight. I kind of feel like this whole area was pointless. There's the door in the basement I can't open. Makes a fellow wonder. Oh, and that's from Guri Soma. Welcome in, Guri Soma. Happy Wednesday to you. I think that's the first message I've caught from you in chat. If I'm offering you a double welcome, my apologies. Velma can't do what now? Someone hasn't played Multiversus? Do you know anything about an ancient scroll? Just because I'm old, you think, geez, kids these days. Will you sing while I dance? Oh no, I have to do this again. I thought this game was over with. Just got here, need to grab some food, right on. I hope you find something delicious. Time to start a 2-hour movie. Yeah, one of those mini games, that's an excellent opportunity. Oh, come on, please open this door. Well, I don't know what to think. What? I found the cavern entrance. It told me I need to find an oil can? Alright, Old Man Smithers has tools. Maybe he's got an oil can. I've been fired after all my loyal years of service. Sorry, man, but we need an oil can for a rusty door. Here, take it. I won't be needing it anymore. Huzzah. Okay. Is there anything else in this room? Some tokens we can't carry. This must be the entrance to the caverns. Like, it's dark in there. You guys go ahead. I'm not going. Me either. Come on, guys. Let's look for some sort of torch or something to light our way. Find a cavern light? What? Alright, Brad. We'll go talk to Brad, because he's been useless so far. So maybe he has the cavern light. Alright, we're not doing any puzzles currently, so we need to change characters. Oh, I really hope that the cavern is a separate chapter. I hope we're coming to the chapter end here. There's only so much of this game you can comfortably endure at one time. Brad the Goth. I love the smell of mildew. No lantern, huh? Oh, we should talk to the fire dancer. You know anything about an ancient scroll? No good. Are these ghosts for real? No good. Where in the world am I going to find a torch? Shaggy's special ability is running into walls. Yeah, here we go. Can we borrow your fire torch? I'd give it to you, but I need my fire torch is part of my... I'd give it to you, but I need my fire torch is part of my act. I need it for my amazing fire tricks. What if we found a way for you to become a star today? That'd be great, but how? I can probably get you on the cover of the Spooky Times. You do that, and I'll give you my fire torch. Take photo of fire dancer star. Now we have to talk to Brad. Hi, Brad, just the person I need to see. We need your help. Have you learned anything new? We got you the scoop of a lifetime, but first you need to take a photo of someone for us. What do I get in exchange? Photos of evil monsters. Evil monsters sounds fantastic. Like, that guy is nuts. Yeah, nuts. Now you'll be on the front page of the Spook Times. Oh, I'm famous already. Thanks for the torch. But I'm ready to tackle the caverns after I get a fresh roll of film. Okay, come on, let's head to the caverns. Let's see that chapter title screen. Creepy. It's not a new chapter. Certain ghosts give you ghost chi. The ghost chi power-up can be used like any other item in your inventory. Using the ghost chi power-up will let you fire off a number of ghost chi energy balls. Ugh. This game continues. It's actually starting to feel rather warm down here in the basement now. I know, I'm feeling too warm. Still maxed out on, how do I get out of the menu? Come on. Still maxed out on tokens. No reason to play mini games. At least we found a new environment. Ancient scroll. Look, buddy. I'm just trying to get back to my room. I didn't think we could walk on that blue part. I don't know what that blue is. I think it's maybe supposed to be water. It's a sandwich I don't want to eat. We've collected a ghost. There's a skeleton down here. There's been a murder. The ancient scroll. Let's get this to the voodoo maestro. Hey, that's great. I mean, we need to walk all the way back now? Or is he down here in the cave too? Oh no, this guy's really tough. Ngoo is down here. Mondavarius took a special pleasure in scaring people. Spooky Island was his dream come true. What can you tell us about monsters and tribal monster spells? Ah, finally something I know all about. Monsters hate sunlight, so they need to cast spells on humans to do their evil deeds. What evil deeds? You know the drill. Spreading evil, taking over the world. Not easy to do if you can't be in the sun, right? Warm for Frownie, is that like the temperature got into the double digits? Yeah. That's it. That's why all the monsters are in the caverns. Exactly. Monsters spreading evil. Like, the only spread I want to see is the all-you-can-eat Polynesian buffet. Let's get out of here. Not so fast, guys. We have to find Fred. Who knows? The monsters may have tried to cast a spell on him. Only the idols can free humans from monster spells. But how? Place the idol on a pedestal. They are here in the caves. Water for water, earth for earth, fire for fire. Once the idol is on the pedestal, the monster spell will wear off. After that, we'll kick some monster butt. Mondavarius... Oh, we already read that. I keep my health filled up. After every encounter, we're gonna have to stop and eat a whole bunch. This looks like a giant nail that's been like pulled out of a giant board. Mushrooms! Geez, where am I? You're in the caverns. How did you get here? I must have followed Mondavarius down here. It's like he hypnotized me or something. If I were you, mister, I would get away from here as fast as possible. Like, if I were me, I'd do it. So, like, why am I still here? This place is creepy. I'm out of here. Alright, there's another clue. I feel like I'm in a daze. We will leave you here to fend for yourself. This door is held closed by a mysterious force. That kind of summarizes every door in the game. Every time we come to a door, we can't open it until we suddenly can. For reasons completely unknown. Just enough of the story hasn't happened yet. Mary Jane, like, are you okay? I think so. I fell through a trap door and landed here. Then I heard evil voices. That must have been the monsters. Monsters? That sounds scary. By the way, I saw Mondavarius down here. He looked really strange, like he was under a spell or something. You better get back to the hotel now. It's not safe here. Like, can I join her? Like, I didn't think so. Alright, clues accomplished. This place is so creepy. I found a scroll and I found the clues. I did not find any idols, but I imagine we're going to have to come back here for that. So let's head back and find the voodoo guy who wants the scroll. Oh, this is him. We found the scroll, but we need your help to decipher it. It says that a powerful monster stone has been broken into 3 idols, one representing water, one for earth, and one for fire. Figures, more creepiness. Does it say what the idols are for? It's hard to understand. It says something about tribal monster spells. Monster spells? Jeepers. What do we have to do? Monster spells are out of my league. You're on your own. I bet Ngu will know what to do. Monsters are his speciality. I saw him wandering up ahead. He seems to love these caverns. Find the idol of water. Okay, we actually have already talked to Ngu. So I think we don't have to talk to him again yet. Told us to find the idol. I'd like to think it wouldn't tell us to do something we can't do. I'd like to think that. Her leg is like a baseball bat. Daphne is the MVP. That's for sure. Hey, Boat Ladder, great to see you. Welcome to more Scooby Doo. Hopefully we're almost done with Scooby Doo for the night, but I don't know. It's one of those games that it stretches on and on. The clock moves differently while this game is playing. Look over there, it's a large body of water. Water for water. The idol of water must be inside that. Underground lake. We'll have to drain it to get it out. Isn't that Mondavarius? Mary Jane was right. That guy does look like he's under a spell. That's it. He's the one we need to dispel. We must get that water idol now. If we can just get this old sump pump working. Oh, is it puzzle time? I think it is. I'm so terrible at this puzzle. But it's not my fault. The controls for this puzzle are really horrible. The buttons just, they do different things at different points in the puzzle, and it makes it very difficult to know what the controls are going to do at any given moment. Is this? Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, yes, we did it. Piece of cake. We've got the idol of water. Now we can dispel Mondavarius and kick some monster butt. Alright. We've got to dispel Mondavarius. I'm stuck in the mud. And fight a blue monster. This is the first I'm hearing about this blue monster. Oh, don't walk in the mud. It's too slow. It's too slow. There we go. Oh, I thought the game was slow before, and then I got stuck in the mud. Alright, so Mondavarius was going this way. I hope that he still is in this direction somewhere. Evil is so bad. Evil is bad, and in other news, water is wet. Okay, I can't actually go back up, so Mondavarius has to be down here somewhere. This is him. We were too late. These are all guests who have willingly come to a place called Spooky Island, and they complain about it being haunted. Mondavarius took a special pleasure in scaring people. So I've heard. You go through here. The holder of the idol may pass. Cool. Don't mind if I do. Finally, we will take over the world. This monster speaks. Oh my goodness, it's such a maze. Oh, I came to a dead end. It's exhausting. I've kicked too many monsters. My leg's tired. I really hope I'm not going to need to get out the pen and paper for the Scooby Doo game, but this maze is starting to worry me. There's really a lot going on down here. Graph paper hype. I should get some graph paper, because I've been using cardstock. Which, while admirably durable, is considerably more expensive. And harder to keep neat when I'm drawing. If I had some lined paper, some graph paper, that might really help. I think I've looped back around. I mean, I don't even know that Mondavarius is in here. Oh, thank goodness. A monster implies somewhere I haven't been, so that's good. He came through the wall! I think that was Mondavarius over there, but I want to make sure that I defeat any monsters that might be hanging out in the room before I go talk to him, so that I don't have to deal with a double threat. Okay, I think we're good. I can't talk to Mondavarius. No, don't make me go down there. Never mind, I can't go down there. There's Mondavarius. Hurry, Daphne. Put the idol on the pedestal. Wow, it fits perfectly. Daphne, you're on. Kick some monster butt. The idol's making a weird noise. I am undone. What a dramatic line. So long, blue monster. Dispel Mondavarius. Done. Mr. Mondavarius, are you okay? What's going on? How did I get down here? You're under a tribal monster spell. Like, I hate it when that happens. You fired your entire staff, including us. That's odd. I have no recollection of doing that. But monsters? I thought the problem was ghosts. Originally it was ghosts. The ancient island ghosts were upset because you were building that new ride on their sacred burial ground, and now it's monsters, and they're a lot worse. Well, consider yourselves rehired. If you can rid the island of monsters, I'll stop the construction of Spooky Mountain. You better head back to the hotel and deal with your staff. We'll take care of those monsters. Chapter 7. Okay, thank goodness we finished. We finished another chapter. We're done for the night with this game. We'll do something hopefully fun now. Help the Voodoo Maestro. Find Fred. Let's get going. Fred's got to be here somewhere. Game saved. That's what we like to hear. All right. Wow. What an amazing pair of long, boring chapters. I'm glad to be on the other side of them. It's just, it's so much wandering and repetitive combat. The environments are way too large for as empty and pointless as so much of them are. But alright, we might actually be able to, if we're really lucky, we might actually finish this next session. So yeah, we're done with Scooby Doo for tonight. We will play more of it tomorrow. And hopefully finish it. But for now, we're going to switch to something different. I'm going to take a short BRB. Refill my coffee and whatnot. And then we're going to switch to the Sega Genesis, and we're going to try to play Vector Man on the Sega Genesis. It's a game I've never played before. I know very little about it, so I'm hoping that it's going to be a good time, but who knows, right? I could be in for anything. So hopefully you want to join me for that. If you do, just stick around. But I do appreciate you being here for Scooby Doo so far. And yeah, I'll be back with you again very shortly, my friends.